On today's show, I want to talk about stage fright. Now, I don't like the word stage fright, and if it was up to me, I'd rather call it performance anxiety. That's what I'd like to call it. I'd rather call it performance anxiety than stage fright. But most people probably wouldn't know what I was talking about. And there's something about that that has kind of sexual overtones, performance anxiety. Well, anyway, stage fright is what everybody says, so that's the term we're going to use. So stage fright really is a common occurrence. It's a common feeling, and a lot of people do suffer with it every time they're getting ready to deliver a speech, or sing a song, or dance, or act, whether it's in video or film or on stage. A lot of people deal with this feeling of stage fright. If you feel anxious, or anxiety, or nervous, or tense, or stressed, or you have sweaty palms, or your whole body is sweaty before you're getting ready to talk to a group of people, whether it's a small group, a group of people you work with, or a group of people that you're involved with due to some kind of, I don't know, it could be a volunteer organization. I'm a big supporter of getting involved in volunteer organizations. If you feel that, relax. At least relax about the fact that you're feeling it, because it's very, very common. You know, Barbra Streisand, huge name in the field of entertainment, had a really bad experience in Central Park. I think it was around 1967. She was doing an outdoor concert, and she started having trouble forgetting her lines of her songs. And it got so bad for her that by the end of that concert, she decided she wasn't going to perform again. That it took Barbra Streisand over 20 years before she decided that she was going to tackle performing again. This affects a ton of people. It affects me when I do work, not so much voiceover, but I almost always feel something before I'm doing a filming or a video event, whether there's a huge crew or a small crew or a TV commercial, whatever. I get those kind of feelings. But now I want to share with you things you can do that will help not eliminate, because I don't know if you want to eliminate these feelings, but certainly help you control them. So let's look at what you can do. So let me share with you some of the things I do to deal with my stress and my anxiety. First of all, I acknowledge the fact that I'm feeling anxious. I just recognize it. In fact, sometimes I'll say to myself, there it is again. There's that feeling. But that's okay. I think that acknowledging it, saying it's my reality for the moment, helps me deal with the fact. I've made a friend with anxiety. I've learned to use it to propel me to a better performance. Now, why is that? Well, what you may feel as stress, anxiety, high energy, the audience doesn't see that. They may see a more energetic presenter. They may see more enthusiasm for the topic you're talking about. This is good stuff. This is what you want. And so I've learned to use that. Now, I'm going to share something with you that I really haven't told many people. If I'm having a particularly difficult moment, maybe I'm between setups and a studio, a location shot, and I'm off to the side waiting for the crew to get ready to do whatever the crew is doing to get ready. I may, and I'll do this on occasion, I'll drop my head down and look at the floor. Well, actually, what I'm actually looking at is my shoes. And I go inward and I focus on why I'm there, what the message is, and what it is I really want to accomplish with my participation in this event. By focusing on why you're there, on the reason for your participation, for what you want to accomplish, what your goal is, you don't focus on you. And when you don't focus on you, you'll feel that the energy subsides and maybe doesn't disappear. I never really feel it disappear, but it does dissipate. And it actually puts me, and maybe you, in a position to do a better job. In researching anxiety, I came across a university website. very well-known university, and they had a page of advice to public speakers. And one of the things that they mentioned was about taking anxiety medication. And I thought, gee, do people really have to take that? Well, maybe some people do. But before I would go to a doctor and buy prescription medication to help me get through making a presentation or speaking to a group of people, I think I'd really look at where that's coming from, because to me, that's the last thing I'd want to do. That's my opinion. So what I'd like you to take away from this show is a phrase and a last bit of advice. The phrase is, don't fight the fright, accept the anxiety. And the information is that you can make a friend of anxiety. Anxiety can work for you. It can be a positive influence on your presentations and in your speaking events. Contact me if I can help you further, and I'll see you next time. Happy speaking.